We are going to spin cotton thread with a little bit of cotton. This actually came from a pill bottle and a toothpick. You could use combed cotton, carded cotton, cotton balls, cotton, just about any fiber. Cotton is a short staple fiber, so it needs a lot of twist in order to hold together. So we're going to start this by taking a little bit at the end and twisting it towards us. So this is, we're starting the thread. And I'm holding it so my twist doesn't go away. If I just let go, my twist would all come out. So one of the important things is always to keep your thread under tension so that the twist doesn't come out. So I'm carefully drafting out a little bit of cotton and then adding twist to hold it. So little draft out, and that twist goes into that drafted out part, and then twisting it up. Now this gets a little awkward. It's getting a little long, kind of hard to manage. This is where our toothpick comes in. So I like to hold my toothpick between the other hands when I reposition my fingers. So other fingers. I hold it in my fingers, roll the toothpick, hold it, reposition, roll the toothpick, hold it, reposition. However you like to, but you want to make sure you're always rolling the toothpick spindle towards you or in the same direction you started to spin. So we're going to take the thread and wrap it around our toothpick, maybe. Okay. Does not want to hold. Kind of wrapping it crisscross over itself sometimes helps. And then what we're going to do is we're going to spiral this up the end of the toothpick. And then as we spin this toothpick, you see the thread pops off the end of the toothpick. This is actually putting twist into our fiber. Then we can draft out our fibers, pull them apart, and then add more twist, because that cotton really likes to have a lot of twist to hold together. And thread likes a lot of twist because it is very thin, and thin can take a lot of twist. So if we get where it's pulling too many fibers, we can take our fingers and unroll it a little bit to get the fibers parallel, and then the fibers will draft apart a little easier. So there we go. And the idea is to eventually get where we can do a long draw. Okay, I've got a lump. One of the things I can do for a lump is I can come in, untwist, and draft it apart a little bit more, and then add more spin, add more twist. So when we get a workable amount of thread going, we test the twist. That looks pretty good. Not over twisted, not under twisted. We come back to our toothpick and we roll it up with kind of a crisscross back and forth to make a kind of oblong onto the toothpick. Then we go back to about a 45-degree angle so that it pops off the end, and we keep going. If you don't have enough twist, your thread will drift apart. If you have too much twist, it will kink up, and you'll get knots, little twisted knots in your thread. So drafting apart looks like this. So we have a little bit, if you have some thread and it's just pulling apart like that, you don't have enough twist. If you have so much twist, this is going to be hard to do on cotton, easier to show on wool, that when it when you test that, it kinks up and the knot doesn't come out, or when you try and pull the knot out, it breaks, that's too much twist. So it's okay, it's salvageable. There we go. And this is a long draw. Just applying a little bit of pressure to bring that up out of the fiber source. And then I'm holding it to add more twist to make this stronger. Because if I were to try and roll it up onto my toothpick without that extra twist, I'd break my thread, or it would drift apart. So spiral it to the end. It's flicking off the end, and we'll do some more. So I'm still spinning the toothpick in the same direction. When it comes time to roll it up, I unroll it a little bit and then roll it, go in the same direction as my spin. Back and forth, building up the cop of yarn here. And here we go again. Got a little bit of a bump there. Roll it up to the bump. With the plant fibers, if you're having trouble with flyaways, I mean, this is pretty fuzzy. A little bit of moisture helps with plant fibers. So you can use this thread as is, or you could roll it into a ball and ply it. So you can take 2, 3, 4 threads, and basically it's 2 threads together, and you ply in the opposite direction. And this actually makes a stronger thread than singles. So plying is for strength and size. You can also take the little cop of yarn and slide it off. Start another one.